So when we say, if you see both these things, both nations have tried to build different kind of a capability. So obviously there's an inherent amount of risk into this. And none of the capabilities that we had acquired actually had been tested in battlefield. They had been tested only in ranges. So whenever we are doing it, there's always an element of risk involved into it. But as they say, you cannot succeed if you don't take that kind of a risk. We knew a little bit that we have a better counter drone systems, etc. in our country. We have loiter ammunition. We may not have that kind of a capability, but there's an element of risk into it. I think the second important thing is to understand as to what is a professional military force. When you talk about risks and taking of a chance, actually. I think it's a professional force that is not affected by setbacks or kind of losses, if you may say. Because in war, what is important is, even if there are setbacks, you need to maintain your morale. That morale is to remain high. And then, of course, is adaptability. That is an important constituent of a very professional force. You should be able to understand what went wrong, rectify your mistakes, and go out again. I think that is important for any kind of a professional force. And third is, I think, the offensive spirit. As an organization, you must have that offensive spirit in spite of the initial setbacks. You can't sit down in fear. And as an individual, you should not have any kind of a fear. And you should be able to display a high tempo of operations. That is a hallmark of a professional force, and that's a kind of a thing which we displayed. And what I said that in a couple of my interviews, that losses are not important. It's the outcome which is important. This is what has happened. Second thing is, Indian Armed Forces also demonstrated a lot of rationality. We had informed Pakistan on the day we had done this surgical strikes on 7th. We had done it till from 1105, that's 5, at about 1 o'clock to about 1:30, and 5 minutes later we had begun the Director General of Military Operations to say that we've done this. And we had only terror targets, military establishments have been out of the purview of the strikes, and we have ensured that there are no collateral damage to civilians, and we need to talk to each other. So that was, I think, the rational decisions. And subsequently, when there was a rhetoric from Pak side, we also said that in case Pakistan hits military establishments, we are going to hit them back, we'll hit them harder, and if they stop, we are going to stop. So when Pakistan did ask for talks and de-escalation, we also at some point of time, not immediately, at some point of time, I would say, did accept what they were saying. So this is what I thought was the political part of war. And now I talk about the combat part of war. That's the second part, which I said it had 4 constituents. That's the combatant, the Yodha, the battlefield, combat zone, the fight takes place. Talks about technology, and 4th is about tactics. So these are the 4 things I think important part of warfare. Combatants actually today, earlier we all thought people in uniform, organized military forces are part of combat, but today we have paramilitary forces, mercenaries, contractors, terrorists, jihadis, private companies, big technology. So we had heard about long back about Wagner Group, similarly Blackwater groups. So like a lot of security companies provide armed security, mission support and risk management services, not only to corporate houses, but also governments. So it's not that combatants are only uniformed people paid for by the government. It's different. And today combatants may also include citizens, neutral citizens or nations, or netizens rather. They can take part independently or otherwise based on their support to any ideology in cyber warfare, psychological operations, media outreach, etc. So the concept of this war will be only conducted by combatants which are paid for the government is getting diluted slowly. There are other players who are coming into play.
हमसे जुड़े रहने के लिए हमारे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और नई वीडियो की नोटिफिकेशन के लिए बेल आइकॉन को दबाएं